do this, 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 and that, and eventually it just stopped becoming fun for them. The only thing that really like kept them going apparently was they would do like little charity events. Like they would fill up, they would do like a thing like fill up a truck with food donations for a local food bank, which I was a part of last year, and they filled up 2 trucks full of food, like two like giant, like 2 moving trucks full of fucking food.
Holy shit!
Oh yeah. They did numerous charity things. They did, they took them like they took a winner for a contest, Christmas shopping. They gave him like X amount of money. I forget how much it was, but but yeah, like
but it was a big X.
Yeah. But that was one of the things that they loved doing, was just interacting with people and whatnot. And I mean, for a management to do anything like this, I mean, that is just fucking bullshit.
I completely agree, man.
That is beyond fucking bullshit.
Oh, fuck you!
Saying that there's very, very few things and very few people that I hate in this world. Anybody that throws their power around because they're in fucking management, well, you're not doing things our way and blah, 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 blah. It's like, look, these are the reason why your station is getting ratings. Maybe you should fucking work with them instead of against them. You fuck.
How seriously
up you are.
It's a simple concept of treat the people who work for you well, and they will treat you and your company well. It's not that hard of a concept.
No, that's basically the philosophy of a lot of companies. Like, if you treat your employees well, your employees in turn will treat the customers well. Everything else will work out fine. Supposedly. It's not like how it was, when the guy, who was it? I was reading an article about this. I think it was 1909. The guy coined the phrase in England, the customer is always right. It's like, no, it's not true, motherfucker. Like, that is not true at all, motherfucker. But anybody that kind of like throws their weight or their authority around like that is just fuck you.
Yeah, especially for the sake of doing it, you know.
And it's not only that, it's like management, like the job of management is to make the talent do what the management would do if the management were the talent. If that makes sense at all. But it's like,
I think so.
We can't make it sound like you're having fun in the air because you got to sound like this. You got to do this and play these songs in the hour. Oh, by the way, every break you got to start off with the weather and the time. You got to start off with this. You got to do that, this and that. It's such fucking micromanagement. If you go against like one of those things, they send you on such a fucking guilt trip. It's like, well, this is the way we do things around here, and you got to do it our way. If you don't want to do it our way, there's the door. You don't have to stay here. And it's like, motherfucker, there's like few radio jobs out there anyways. Like, why the fuck are you doing this? Like,
oh, what a big man you are. Hey, let me buy you a pack of gum. I'll show you how to chew it. Ooh.
Fucking bastards. So
yeah, man, it's time to evolve ideas, as Bill Hicks said, because there's so much corporate bullshit in the world that it's part of the. I mean, I've been talking with Pete, and he had a quote about like the sooner that someone realizes that there's bullshit in every job, the happier he'll be. And while I do recognize that, and I think a lot of people can recognize that, the problem is you just don't expect it to be fucking everywhere. So like you might leave somewhere and go somewhere else that looks really fucking great, and you're like, man, this is great, and for a couple days or even weeks it might be really fucking great, but then something will pop up and you're like, man, this dude's a dickhead, or this chick sucks, or whatever. And like that's the nature of shit, unfortunately. But I mean, there are legitimately fucking assholes out there, unfortunately, that are in very high positions, and you question how people like get to that point,
Yeah, and
it's so irksome to me that like people like fucking Kanye West exist and are as popular and rich or whatever as or powerful as Kanye is. I don't care about riches so much, but like people listen to that fuckhead.
Yeah, and not only that, but it's like everybody refers to him as a genius, and it's like, oh, he's a musical genius. It's like, then why the hell does he use auto-tune?
Seriously.
Yeah, but I mean, I just like that's one type of people that I hate, and the other type are like anybody that's like, anybody who plays like the "Do you know who I am" card. It's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck who you are.
They both come from arrogance, and just this self-importance that you just question, like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, they feel because they're in a high position, they're entitled to a lot of shit, and then I have to fucking kowtow to them. And it's like, well, no, motherfucker. I don't care who you are. I don't care what the fuck you've done in life. I don't give a shit.
It's a hard balance though, because on one hand, like you have to play ball or you're never gonna really keep or have a job.
Yeah,
Because there is bullshit everywhere. But at the other hand, you want to be a person of principle. And trust me, I struggle with this myself. You want to be a person of principle and be able to stand up to the man and be like, fuck you, you can't do that, or whatever, or you shouldn't do that, or you shouldn't treat people like that. But it's kind of impossible, depending on the situation. It sucks to be basically paid to be less than a man, to quote Thoreau, but that is essentially the way of it, unfortunately.
yeah, it's fucking terrible, and it's. I'm gonna try and calm down here.
Fuck the lot of you! Fuck you all!
Thank you.
I mean, I would love to like own my own company, so there's at least one company out there that has a legitimate human being at the top that's not gonna fucking treat their quote underlings like shit and not actually call them underlings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like treat them like fucking human beings, but like I also don't want the responsibility that comes along with owning your own fucking business,
Exactly.
That's my problem. I'm just fucking lazy, dude. Seriously.
Like I'm lazy too, but I mean it's just if I were in management, I would keep things pretty lax. Like I would understand like we have some rules we have to follow and all that shit. I got you, but like I would tell the radio talent like, look, you guys are here for a reason. You guys were doing something that piqued our interest. We said, hey, we have to bring these guys over here.
Mm-hmm.
Keep doing what you're doing. Just obviously follow FCC guidelines because we don't want to get fucking fined. We don't want to lose our fucking license.
Right. As long as you're keeping the FCC happy, as long as you're keeping the people who pay for the station happy, there's no reason you can't also keep the people who work for you, the crew, happy.
Exactly. Like, they were pulling in ratings for the station. They were they were doing a damn good job of it.
Unfortunately, like what happens if you start treating them like shit, or you start taking away vacation or shit like that, or
or you make them drive 2 hours,
chiding them for every little fucking thing, like it creates dissension, and then they become borderline insubordinate, and like you're basically creating the opposite environment that you are intending or trying to create. Supposedly, it's such a backwards mentality. It's so fucked up.
Yeah, it's. Let me calm down again.
Maybe I need to calm down. Fuck.
Yeah, this is the most off the leash I've heard you, man.
And, I get a little riled up sometimes.
Yeah. But, I mean, just, when management destroys something like that, like, you have a show that's bringing your station ratings, like you have, your Facebook page went from 300 likes to 7,900 likes, in the time that they were there. Like, yeah, granted, it's a small market. I'll give you that. Whatever have you. That's fine. Whatever.
But that's a big jump.
That's still a big fucking jump. You're still reaching a lot more people than you originally were. Like, now you've got more ears on the product. Now, like, because nowadays, I'll give you some fucking radio inside here. Basically...
About to drop science here.
Yeah, about to drop some science here. It's not even really science, but just whatever have you. Basically, 20 people make up the entire radio rating system.
Really?
And you're probably wondering, how the hell can 20 people determine that? Here's how they do it. They originally it was the FCC would send them a journal and just say, what station do you listen to? What show do you listen to? How long do you listen? What time do you listen? Blah blah blah, and they would go through that way.
Mm-hmm.
Which was fucking stupid as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I know someone who got one of those things.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, totally.
Now they have these things called a PPM, a personal people meter, which personal and people, it's kind of redundant. Much redundant.
Seriously.
So,
just call it purple people eater.
Yeah,
go
exactly.
Fuck yourself.
So anyways, maybe like we'll take like an area like Boston, like 20 people will get that thing. Those 20, like, they have it, they wear it, and it basically like picks up the radio signal that they're listening to at the time, be it in their car or even if they're walking around in a fucking mall. Like if they go into a store, it'll pick up that signal that they're listening to in the store, and that'll count towards the fucking ratings.
That's bullshit.
That is absolute bullshit.
That's sort of like when people like Prince would release their album or like sell it, quote unquote, give it away at a concert, and that giving it away at the concert counts towards the Billboard sales. So all those concert tickets that are bought are basically fake votes for the Billboard. So it's like, why do we even have charts like that if they're so fucking meaningless?
Yeah, but to give credit to Prince, it was something different. That was actually kind of genius. Like he had a multi-platinum album for doing that.
Like, yeah, I mean, it was genius marketing, and it was genius to exploit the system like that, but at the same time, it is a dickish move.
This is bullshit!
Exactly. There's so much bullshit, dude, like in the music industry, in the healthcare, it's like fucking everywhere. It's crazy.
It's fucking everywhere, and it's fucking embarrassing at times. But anyways, like the personal people meter, like I know there's a system that they do in Canada. Because I was actually kind of reading about this. They have like how you drive through like a stop sign or something like that, or like a traffic light, and you see there's like a camera on there just to catch people running red lights or whatever have you.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they have a separate device on there that shoots like a laser into your car and like gets an idea of what radio station you're listening to, and like there's like thousands of them everywhere, and they kind of pick up the station that you're listening to, like determines how long you're listening to, and it's a lot more accurate.
So do people even know that they're being checked in on or whatever, that people are knowing what stations they're listening to?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the Canadian FCC, I guess, if you will, basically came out and said, like, look, this is what we want to do. All it does is just determine what station you're listening to, how long you're listening to it. That's it.
And it also erases your brain cells.
Yeah, we'll find with
Eat
that.
it Tim Hortons, eh?
Yeah. All right. Better go over to the bus stop and put my finger up my ass.
How much do you want to think? Do you think that was one of the Trailer Park Boy guys?
No.
Those fucking bubbles with his finger up his ass.
Trying to tickle my prostate, but I can't reach up there.
Naked bastard. Parts unknown.
Ricky Julian, help me out. I got my finger stuck in my arse.
Oh shit.
Frig off,
we just
Randy.
watched the season 1 finale, the 6th episode, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And we're pretty well into Archer too.
Nice.
Yeah.
I told you, man, Archer's good, man.
Archer is very good. At first, I was kind of lukewarm to it, but the more we watch it, the more I'm digging it.
Yeah, the more you watch it, the more character development, the more you kind of dig it.
Yeah, seriously.
Fucking love that show. Anyway,
how could you not?
But yeah. So anyway, so that's my fucking radio rant, which basically, in short, fuck you, Benny Media.
Yeah, seriously, fuck you.
Fuck you right in the goddamn neck.
Oh, man.
Fuck the lot of you! Fuck you all!
Exactly.
Oh, shit.
If you don't like it, tough shit!
There we go.
So, Liz and I had a pretty unpleasant experience last night due to our fucking Subaru, which I do like Subaru, but goddamn, this fucking piece of shit at their fucking service desk.
Oh boy.
So this dude, I think is fuck it, I won't give his name. We'll call him Joe. We'll call him Jojo because I just actually looked it up and saw that the fucking Clownzilla, his name is Jojo the Clownzilla.
I just saw IMDb. It's Clownzilla, the King Clown. So
I looked at Wikipedia and it said Jojo the Clownzilla.
yeah, because Wikipedia is never wrong, right?
It's never wrong.
Yeah. Keep trying, buddy.
Okay.
Still owe me $20.
So anyway, we have to have work done to our car, so we were gonna drop it off last night. Liz thought that she was assured that we would have a rental available to us, so we show up, and the guy's, like, oh, you're here to drop it off for tomorrow? We're like, yeah, and he's like, unfortunately, I don't have a rental available right now because my customers didn't return it to me on time. Very sorry about that. And we're like, well, what the fuck? We don't really want to come back tomorrow. Like, that's super inconvenient. We're in Massachusetts. You're in Hudson, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
This isn't a quick trek for us, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's like, fuck you, what are you gonna do? And he's like, well, I could call up Enterprise and rent a car for you guys and I wouldn't charge you. And we're like,